Welcome back, everyone, to HeMakesMePlay, where I, Marius, make my friends play video games for me. Because I am blind. I cannot see, but they can. And today I'm here again for episode 9 of Disco Elysium with Vincent. Hey, Vincent.
Hey, Marius.
How are you doing?
Oh, it's hot, Marius.
It is hot.
Yeah.
And Vincent is not just talking about us and our immense sexual appeal, but also
Which
about...
is still very much important and true.
Yeah, absolutely. That is also true. But what is also the case is that it's currently there's a very high temperature in Germany today, where we are recording, quite literally.
Yeah.
In the Sanssouci Castle grounds.
Yeah.
You could say.
If we would walk outside, we could probably feel the tar sticking to our shoes. It's incredibly hot.
Yes, Vincent. Speaking of tar, do you think the Martinet Harbor is tarred?
What a wonderful segue there.
Oh no, Vincent, you're not supposed to call it out. You
I'm
just
so
run
sorry.
with it, or it's
I'm
not so
sorry.
wonderful anymore. But yeah, let's recap. What happened last time, Vincent?
Oh God, where did we start? We went to the...
Like we start every episode with the corpse hanging from a tree.
Right, but we went also to... No, I think we... Well, okay.
Well, can I cut it short, Vincent?
Yeah, go ahead.
We shot the corpse. That's what happened.
That's true.
There was also some exposition. We went to the kiosk finally. I think we did that.
And we talked to some lorry drivers on the way there.
I don't know if that was last or the one before. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This did happen in the recent past. What's important for the plot right now is we're trying to get down this corpse. We failed at every ingenious attempt of shooting it, basically, or climbing up. Kim wasn't up for that. Mm-hmm. So now we have to get into the harbor to try and get some help, possibly from the people who hung this person up and murdered him beforehand. And I am very excited to see whether we can manage to sneak in, because way earlier we found some kind of secret passage, and it's not quite clear to me whether it's actually workable, but that's what I'd like to find out. Or we'll have to find another way into the harbor.
Yeah, I think the first thing we should do is just talk to the harbor people, because there's a protest going on in front of the harbor, and we should see what that's all about.
You really want to talk to the protest people, don't you?
Yeah, I want to know what it's all about, don't you?
Yeah, I do, but I also want to sneaky.
Well, I think we can combine the two, maybe.
I'm down for talking to the people, but then I don't want to actually take the main route in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. I'm okay
Before I try sneaking.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
let's talk to some people and get into the game. No, the tip this time is double-click to run. Press space to stop.
Oh, have you ever tried that?
Yeah, constantly.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and we are standing in front of the greenhouse. And let's... Oh, right, we also got a raincoat, which we are still wearing.
Cool.
There's a corpse that we shot, and... Let's see... We are moving past the whirling and wrecks. There are the trumpets. Welcome back.
Yes, I finally feel home.
There's a kiosk we went to. Right there, and there's a protest.
Yes, I can hear it. I can also hear the harbor in the background. The soundscape is really quite the treat in this game.
Yeah. Okay, so short description of the scene. They are standing on the road, basically. There's a big a gate blocking the road, which I think is the reason why the lorry drivers can't continue. There are a couple of protesters, which what you would expect, signs and all that, standing around. There's a slightly bigger and wider man in the middle, seems to be like a center figure, and then there is to the northwest there is, I'm not exactly sure what, it seems like a small booth or something. I mean, no, I think it's just a stairwell. And
Scab?
well, I didn't mean to click him. But
Scab? What?
there is a man sitting on top of the stairwell, or at the first floor, and there's like a fence around the stairs, and he's sitting on top of the fence, looking out onto the people that are protesting.
Okay. Implying that he's not part of the protests?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay.
He's also wearing a blue shirt, a red cap, and dark pants, and it seems to me like he's some sort of, it reminds me of a train employee.
Oh,
Maybe
okay. A train conductor?
Yeah. And also a red tie.
Mm-hmm.
But not very
Does he
properly.
look corporate?
Sort of. Not really, because the shirt is like half tucked into his pants and the other half is just hanging around, and his tie is not very... it's
not very
very
tidy.
Messy, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, but apparently I clicked on him, and we ran up the stairwell, and he asked us scab.
That's all he said?
Asked a man with jolly eyes tilting his head.
SCAB?
Yeah.
Does he have skin problems?
I don't know.
Are there options?
We can continue, yes.
Okay.
I should also say, because we talked about this in previous episodes, that there's always a name who is saying that.
Yeah.
And in this case, it's Call Me Manana.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, the portrait is about what I described. He looks a little bit like Frank Zappa.
Okay.
So, well, let's see where this goes.
That sounds like a Zappa song too. Call Me Manana.
Could be. I'm not too familiar with Zappa songs, but let's see. Continue. Halflight. What did he just call you?
Scab.
A fag? I'm assuming it means. It's
Do you?
censored again.
Is that Halflight saying that, or did you say
That's Halflight is saying, what did he just call you? A fag? And
I
I'm
see.
assuming that it's supposed to be fag because it's F, and then a star and G.
Yeah, well, this game is... that does happen continuously, right? That it's
Yeah.
censoring itself?
It's weird. But
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
And then it goes on. Oh no, not this again. You just got away from that fucking kid. Is he talking about Kuno? I think.
I guess. He would have called us such things?
Yeah, I
That
guess
would
so.
fit?
Yeah, and we have a couple of options here. We can say number one, no, I don't want to deal with this again. Did you just call me a fag? Number two, what exactly is a scab? Number three, yeah, I'm a scab, poor and downtrodden. Wave your fist, right to work. And number four, I'm not a scab, I'm a cop. And then parentheses, proceed.
Number two seems the most straightforward.
Yeah, let's see.
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Oh, this is what this is about. Okay.
Labor disputes.
Yep. Okay, we have two options. Number one, hold on. Where did they all come from? Or number two, you don't seem to like them much.
Oof, what do you want to say? I would lean towards two.
Yeah, me too. Let's go with two.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess, scared maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
Maybe of not getting paid? Of poverty? I don't know.
Yeah, Doster says. He looks at the mass, squinting his eyes as if trying to ascertain what they're scared of.
Are the people... I thought they were protesting for more pay, not less. Am I wrong?
Could be. I couldn't quite read the signs, but I guess this
Well,
is...
I think we heard about them at one time. I don't know.
Yeah, they were... well, okay, in this very moment there's a line popping up. We just want to work. One of the protesters said
Oh,
that.
so they might be scabs,
Yeah,
as he said.
maybe. So maybe he's looking down on them.
Yeah, which is literally true,
Yeah.
sitting on the fence, so yeah.
Okay, but we can continue and see what
Yes.
else he's got to say.
Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
And we can nod and say, have you tried talking to them? Or we can shake our head and say, it's better than begging. Come on.
I prefer number one.
Yeah, me too. Talking.
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
Yeah.
Ah, the big guy in the middle, he means.
Mm-hmm.
Should we play Strike Breaker? Is that what this is going to be?
Could be. And
I just want in the harbor, man.
yeah.
I don't want to take a position, not just yet.
Well, at least we kind of have an idea what this is all about now.
More options?
We are back to the original. No, I don't want to deal with this again. Did you just call me a fag? Then what exactly is a scab, which we just asked? Number 3, yeah, I'm a scab, poor and downtrodden. Wave your fist. Right to work. Or we can proceed with, I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
Yeah, let's try that one.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab.
His smile deepens, his wrinkles even more.
Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
He chuckles, then realizes,
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here, to the wild north? Come to see the strife?
and we have a couple of options. Number 1, I've come to Martinez investigating a murder. Number 2, I'm looking for assistance with a dead body situation. Number 3, I'm a bit short on money right now. Can you give me some of it? Or number 4, what's the strike about anyway?
I hope we can still... Well, okay, do you want to start with number 4?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Let's see. You know, serious business, he smiles. I'm sure the big boss would be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first. And we have a first easy success with suggestion. He's a chatty guy, wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and you are on a better footing with the organization.
Okay.
Good to know.
Should we just do that first before we ask him for assistance with the body?
Let's see, can we also... Yeah, pretty much. I think all the other options lead in different ways.
Alright, so let's talk to the big guy.
Yeah, nice talk. Gotta get moving. And we're out of the discussion. We can also go up the stairs further on to...
Is that the way into the harbor?
No, that leads to the top of the gate. Let's see, and... so this is exactly... So, basically the way we took to behind... or out of the hidden path, basically, that we found, that led us on top of the what do you call it? Not the ceilings, the
roof?
Roofs, exactly, and that leads us to the roof right above the gate.
Okay. And that's not useful?
Maybe? I don't see how
can
yet
you,
exactly.
like, jump down and you're on the other side of the fence or something?
I don't think so. But, well, there are green dots I can click here. Let's see what they say.
Okay.
There's also a door we can open. And notice, in case of strike, press button behind guard.
In case of strike.
Yeah.
They
Interesting.
They seem to have strikes often enough to warrant such contraptions, I guess?
I guess so, yeah. And there's a second green dot. A hermetically sealed door, locked by electrical means. And we have a dot to interact with ourselves. There's no lock picking or door kicking in this one. Okay.
Plot armor.
So we can't open the door. Good to know.
Yeah.
Do we want to continue to explore up here, or do we want to go down and talk to the guy?
Talk to the guy.
Okay. And there's a guy.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells towards the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot, and oddly screechy for a man his size. He's also just called scab leader.
So they are quite literally scabs. They want to
Apparently,
work for very little pay.
Yeah.
And but then these guys must be protesting the other workers who are striking, I guess? Is that the situation? There are workers who strike, and then workers who come and say, we'll work for less than the striking ones. Because that's basically the situation that Manana was talking about.
I think this is the only group striking. and
Okay, yeah, that's the alternate theory.
I think maybe they are blocking the normal workers.
But that, yeah, well, let's find out by talking to the man.
Please. So, only option, what's going on here?
Pull up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You're to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down?
3 options. Why should I? Or yes, or no.
That's for an alternate playthrough. Yes. Why should I?
We're to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Yeah, stripes. I like that.
We don't actually wear stripes, do we?
Well, yes, we do, because that's our markings as a cop.
Oh, I thought it's just a white triangle or something.
Yeah, but I could see that as a stripe.
Wow, not literally. But okay.
Also, it's not a triangle, it's a rectangle.
Right.
Okay, we have 2 options. We can say, oh, then yes, or, okay, then I'm thinking no.
That's all?
Yeah.
Well, the no option. We don't actually...
Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
Cause.
Right to work! Right to work! Besides, we're not that different. It helps the people see us talking. Cops and strike breakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
See? I think they're strike breakers. So there must be strikers. And these guys are the scabs who want to work. That's why they insist on this whole right to work thing.
Okay, but where are the striking people then?
Probably in the harbor. Probably Manana is one of them.
Oh, and they're just... Because we haven't really seen anybody. Only Manana, and then from on top of the gate we could see like 2 people, and they were just standing around.
Yeah,
and
but maybe they have their headquarters in the harbor, which they have taken over or something.
Yeah, I guess I would expect them to group up and protest or something, but I guess if you just don't work, that's also a form of strike.
I think that's the definition of a strike.
Yeah. But usually it's combined with also wanting something and protesting
stuff. I agree, but sometimes they also take breaks. Sometimes striking means barbecuing instead of working. Who knows? Maybe they have protests inside the harbor. I don't know.
Well, guess we have to get in.
Can we get more information from this guy?
Let's see. We have 3 options here. Number 1, what kind of a cause are we talking about? Number 2, I don't think I've chosen any sides yet. Or we can proceed with regardless. I have some questions for you.
Let's take number 1.
What kind of cause are we talking about?
Yeah.
Rights of people, rights of workers to have gainful employment, to make a salary and feed their families.
Okay, back to the previous options. Number 2?
Wait, no. That's like saying I don't want to pick sides, right?
I don't think I've chosen any sides yet.
Well, I guess we can say that, but I also don't see the need to.
I'm just wondering. This is me just wanting to click all the buttons.
Yeah, sure.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work. Right to work.
Is that correct? Are we technically a worker? Aren't you usually a government employee? Is that a different thing? Because in some countries, government employees are not allowed to strike.
Yeah, but I think we don't know enough about the government here to have any answer to that.
From what maybe the police is privatized in Ravachol.
Yeah, and I mean, we should also keep in mind that, for example, this exact case is a situation where we are competing with another district.
That's true.
Or precinct to see which one of us is supposed to work here.
Yeah, in a pissing contest that nobody wants to win.
Exactly. And I don't see that happening for government organizations. Well, they do that sometimes.
I think we just don't know.
Yeah.
Options?
Okay. Only one left is to proceed with regardless. I have some questions for you.
Okay.
Maybe you should ask them the question. Like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
Whoa. No.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
Oh, he means Manana now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do we, scab.
The loitering man hollers in return.
Yep.
Okay.
That's conflict, and I don't want to get into it.
Okay, so we have a couple of options. Number 1, I want to get into the harbor too. Number 2, what is a strike? Number 3, who are all these strike breakers? Look around. What exactly... Well, number 4, what exactly is your goal here? I feel like...
I want to click all, I think.
Yeah.
But let's start in the back with 4.
Okay, I feel like he kind of answered that one, but we'll see. We were promised work. He points to the gates. We'd be in there working if the bastards hadn't shut the gates. Okay, and we have 2 options. Number 1, and you are unable to breach the entrance. By the way, it's a massive gate. It's like 10 meters high and at least like 2 meters thick.
I wonder why. What for? What are they trying to keep out?
I don't know.
Okay.
Or we can say, okay, I wanted to discuss something else.
I forgot what the first option was.
And you are unable to breach the entrance?
Yeah, breach. I heard reach before.
No.
Yeah.
Let's see. Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary office. He points up the stairs. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel.
Sounds like we could really influence this very easily.
Yeah. And he continues. And I don't mean the scrawny mesquer punk either. He points at the dock worker idling on the staircase.
That's Manana, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean head measurer, or whatever he is. Okay, and we can ask, wait, head measurer?
Yes, please. I was wondering about that.
Yeah. Huge Simonese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him. Well, that seems like perfect situation for this kind of adventure game.
Yes, we just have to ask him, what would the other Manana say if we asked him how to open the gate?
Yeah.
And then he will lie, and we will know it's the truth. That's how this works, right?
I think you need 2 head measurers for that, but we can try nonetheless. We have only 1 option here. How bad could one guy be? You seem capable.
Oh, now we're inciting violence. I like where this is going.
Yeah, and he says, bad. The man glares at you. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position, and he's trained.
He's trained?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there, but that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They are workers, not fighters.
Okay.
And we have 2 options. Number 1, have you considered storming in? Like, all of you. Or we can also say, why don't you just talk to them? Both seem...
Let's talk about talking. That was with the other one. Let's not make them be violent.
Yeah. Like civilized folk, you mean? The man rubs his chin. These native fucks don't understand civilized. And Kim chimes in. It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway. And the scab leader again. No, they will give up eventually, or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge. The man rubs his jaw, a perfect lightly bearded square wedge.
Alright, that's their plan. They don't seem to be willing to enter negotiations.
I guess not.
Unless we can come up with something, maybe?
Yeah. We're back to the original question line. We can still say, I want to get into the harbor too. We can say, what is a strike? And we can say, who are all these strike breakers? Look around.
Let's ask who they are.
Honest men and women, with rights, to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. The man runs a hand through his steady, graying military haircut. We came here to help the harbors run smoothly in times of crisis. If union fucks don't want to work, they ought to let in those who do want to work.
Alright. He's got a one-track mind. I can see that.
Yeah. And Kim says, I have a question. The lieutenant looks him in the eye. Why do all these men follow your leadership? Good question, Kim. And he says, you think they follow because I'm big and loud? No, they follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy. Because they were, he starts bellowing, given a job to do.
Alright, these are, I guess, neoliberal, free market adherents.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like this guy is not really giving us any answers.
No, it's not really moving forward very much. Let's ask him about that we want in the harbor.
Yeah. So we say, I want to get into the harbor too. And he replies, have fun, he snorts. Union ships are on full strike. I don't think they are going to let you through the gates. You're trying to meet the fat boss? And we have two options. Number one, I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here, behind the hostel cafeteria there. Or we can say, this is an official matter not to be discussed with outsiders.
Number one.
He says, I know nothing about a murder. His reply is snappy and terse.
Did they murder them?
Empathy, we'll see. The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him. Interesting.
They clearly know about the murder. But that's not, or that doesn't make them guilty, because I feel like everybody in like some kilometers around here knows about the guy hanging there, because we've left him hanging there for 3 days.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, they can probably still smell him from over here.
Yeah, and it's just natural for them to get nervous, you know.
Yeah.
So he's a suspect, but not the prime suspect.
Yeah. Two options. Number one, absolutely nothing. Or why so tense?
Which one do you want to pick? They both seem to kind of do the same thing.
Yeah, I want to ask him why he's so tense.
Okay.
He replies, what are you talking about? I'm not tense.
That's always good. That's always amazing. When you tell people like, hey, why are you so angry? I'm not angry!
Yeah, and composure immediately chimes in. Yes, he's tense.
Yeah, this is our thing. We can't think, but we can feel.
Mm-hmm.
We know how you're feeling.
And Halflight says, and dangerous, somewhere below it all. This is interesting because composure wasn't a check, but Halflight is.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the system behind that, but I can accept that. Any options?
Not yet, because he says, he starts shouting again, right to work, right to work. He again shakes his large fist, then turns back to you. It's shameful, cops doing nothing. You should bring backup, open the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
Alright.
We have three options. Number one, I don't know. Number two, this really isn't my area of expertise. Or number three, sure, why not?
Number two.
And Kim says, we are not picking a side in this just yet, so... Is he addressing us with sir, or the scab leader?
To be sure, the leader.
Okay, because that would be weird.
I don't think he would call us sir.
Yeah, there was... For a moment there I had the feeling of like a detective and lieutenant situation where one of them is the obvious leader of the pair and he addresses us as the sir of the situation, but that...
I don't... judging from what I know about Kim, I don't think that while we're talking to a potential suspect, he would, like, address us at all. Right? He would wait till we're out of the conversation and then take us to the side and discuss stuff.
Yeah. Also, he wouldn't call us sir.
That too.
And the scab leader again. Pity. He turns around and bellows at the gates. Let us work! Reaction speed. Trivial success. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Huh. Okay. I wonder why reaction speed chimes in there.
Yeah. That's
Never seen that skill before, I think. But okay.
Like
can we ask him?
We can ask... Okay, I gotta ask. Where exactly are you from? Or we can... we have one last option from the original ones. What is a strike? I'm not really that interested
No,
in that one.
let's ask him where he's from.
What is it to you? Deep-set suspicion drips from every syllable. And we can say, Number 1, curiosity. Going to figure out the strikes mess. Number 2, routine. Part of the investigation. Or number 3, I thought you looked real familiar for a second there.
Ooh. Which one do you want to say?
I like the routine part.
Yeah, I was gonna say that as well, and then I thought 3 might be an interesting option as well. I wonder what will elicit the most response from him. I wish there was a check involved. I don't know, and we could pick the right skill.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree. I feel like routine is the cop answer, sort of. But I feel like 3 is the more interesting one because it actually could, like, he seems like a very
recognizable person.
A recognizable person that's also interested in just getting to familiarize with us.
Yeah, and 3, there's no harm. We're not being shitty, I think. So let's pick it.
So we say, I thought you were familiar for a second. There, and he replies, no, don't think we've met before. His eyes narrow with mistrust. I came to help out the people. And we...
He's a plant. Someone planted him.
Oh, yeah. Maybe. And we can say...
Probably the boss.
Number 1, already got that. I'm interested in your background. Or number 2, makes sense, I guess. Never mind, not gonna pry.
Number 1, pry away.
And he says, we're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs. Heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
Yeah, I see where this is going. He's always been a bit too cliche.
Uh-huh.
A little bit too on the nose.
Yeah.
A little bit too let us work.
But okay, but if we pursue this line of questioning, and I haven't read the options we have here now, if we pursue this line of questioning, isn't that already picking sides? Like
kind of, but if he's a plant, I do kind of want to pick sides.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Don't you agree, Vincent? Because that's foul play somehow, I think.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are the options? The options are, number 1, a bouncer? Where? I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
what are the other options?
Number 2, sweet. I know bars. Been thrown out of several. Maybe that's why you seem familiar. Okay, so that's the... Okay, I believe
I don't
your
want
answer.
to fuck this up now, because I didn't give 2 shits about the strike before. Now I'm interested.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
So number 1 leads us further, you think, right?
Yeah. Also, the third option. I don't really drink, but work has taken me to some. Which one was it?
Ooh, okay. Number 1 and 3 might take us further, right? But 3 is slightly less aggressive, don't you think?
Yeah.
Which one do you think? Can you read 1 and 3 again?
Number 1, a bouncer. Where? I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know. Or number 3, I don't really drink, but work has taken me to some. Which one was it? I feel like 3 is starting with a lie, so...
Yeah, it's a lie. I don't like it.
Yeah. So 1?
Yeah. Put some pressure on this guy.
Worked at... Territorial. Ring a bell?
Well, we're actually a retrograde amnesiac, so...
Yeah,
maybe Kim knows?
So our options are... Yeah, I think I've been there. Or number 2, not right now, but I might have been there. I don't really remember things well. Number 3, never heard of it. Am I lying?
Well, okay, here's my problem, Vincent. The game doesn't make quite clear what of these is the truth and lie, right? Am I missing something?
Yeah.
So is it implying that by choosing the answer now, we're also deciding reality? So if we pick 1, for instance, that means we do actually remember? I'm not sure.
I mean, the way that the game has taught us about our previous life, I'm pretty sure we just don't remember. And that would
have been my assumption. But then he's off the hook, kind of.
Yeah.
So maybe we do pick number 1.
Yeah, I think that's my biggest problem with that. Number 1 is saying, yeah, we've been there. Okay, and that feels like the end of the discussion.
Is it, though? Well,
What?
yeah, okay. You would expect there to be, yeah, I've been there and I don't remember you, right? That would...
Yeah, or something like, yeah, I've been there. Do you remember the barman Peter? something like that. Just
but
seeing how he reacts. I want to see his reaction to that. And
but is there an option that will put the pressure on him?
Well, number 3 is saying, "Are you lying?" ?
Oh, I didn't catch that. But is that clever?
Not really.
Is this the moment where you ask that question? I think good police work is to get them to fabricate more and more lie, so we can catch them in it. So I kind of want to say number 1.
Okay.
I don't know. Or do you want to ask him if he's lying? What do you want to do?
I don't really want to ask him if he's lying. I wanna press this, but I feel like none of these 3 options gives us a
okay, but don't you think that saying, I don't remember things so well, isn't that closing the action on this guy more than saying, I remember?
I agree.
So I vote for 1.
Yeah, let's go.
It's the least bad option.
That path. So we say, I think I've been there. And he replies, was a long time ago. The man is quickly losing interest in talking with you. Okay, and that's the end of our options.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You should have asked him if he's lying, I guess.
Yeah, that was kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah, sorry. But I guess we both didn't want to take number 3. Still, though, it might lead somewhere, because when we talk to this guy, we have a theory about him. Maybe it will help us with Manana.
Yeah, or maybe Kim is gonna talk to us.
Let's ask the last option. What is a strike?
Okay. When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people. He shifts uncomfortably as workers' overalls. We can only ask, what do the strikers want?
Okay.
And he repeats, beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and worker rights, while he raises his fist and starts shouting again, have the right to work. Physical instrument, medium success. When the man moves around, you perceive some serious abs underneath his tight-fitting shirt. This man is in shape. Composure, easy success. There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Yeah. It's decided he's pretending to be a strike breaker.
Yeah. When we can say, not out loud, but talking to composure, I think, ill-fitting. What does that mean? Or we can ignore the discrepancy.
No, talk to composure.
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence. And now we can ask him out loud, you wearing new clothes? Or we can ignore the
Another attempt to put the pressure on.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emancipated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his.
Okay.
Okay, and that's the last of our option.
Then we're done.
Okay. I feel like there was a lot of potential there, and it didn't really work out the way I expected.
I don't know if it's possible to, like, I mean, where would it lead? Even if do you think we could have gotten a confession out of him? I don't think at this point.
I would be happier, I think, if there was an option to, I don't know, to press the matter further. Because now I feel like we have done pretty much everything we would normally do without lying to him.
Yeah.
But I feel like
there may not be an option always. Like, you know, if we kind of need evidence now. We have no leverage. There's no way we can get this guy to confess that he's a plant.
No, I guess not.
Right? You need some way to arrest him or something. Or have other evidence. Let's talk to Manana now. Maybe he has some ideas.
Yeah. I'm certain the game will show us other ways to achieve that, but I feel like the conversation could have been a bit more spicy.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that.
There's also a green button on the green circle on the gate, which I'm gonna click, and it says GRIH.
That stands for something.
And we can interact with ourselves. The Greater
Avashol Industrial Harbor.
Industrial Harbor.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk to Manana.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Okay. Our options here are: I've come to Martinez investigating a murder. Or we can say, I'm looking for assistance with a dead body situation. Or we can say, I'm a bit short on money right now. Can you give me some of it?
Let's just straight up ask him for help with the body.
Okay. Body's still hanging in the tree. He rubs his chin as if pondering his core beliefs. Hi, that's a rough pickle. Can't help you with that, sorry. Okay. I'm not really an admirer of dead bodies. Might be someone else from the Union can render assistance. He shrugs. And our only option. Does this mean you can let me through the gate? Oh,
what was that sound?
that was the sound of gaining a new thought.
Oh, nice thoughts. I forgot about those.
Yeah, we should take a look in a moment. And he says, I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a grantor of passage. He takes a swig and points up the stairs with his flask. The passage grants itself.
What?
That's very philosophical. And we have a challenging success with empathy. Beneath the jolliness, he suddenly seems doubtful.
Okay.
We can only say, that's simple. Just walk in. Or I just walk in. And he replies, I walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Measurehead. The other guy never explained that, did he?
Yeah. And only option again. Past Measurehead. Oh, we have a camera pan to Measurehead, which, okay, is standing on top of the gate with two women next to him, and he's shirtless and has a very impressive upper body.
This is another person now?
That's Measurehead, yes.
And where is he?
He's on top of the gate.
Okay, but that's not Manana.
No.
Okay.
So we are we were standing on in front of the gate, talking to the strikers or strike breakers.
Yeah.
And then we went up left of the gate. There's a stair.
Yeah.
Or a stairwell. And Manana is halfway up the stairs. And we are talking to him right now. And if we continue on the stairs, we get to the top of the gate, which is actually like as wide as a castle wall, basically.
Yeah. And there is the mythical monster that is named Measurehead.
Exactly.
Okay.
And yeah, he looks almost as if he has like tribal tattoos on his body.
It is Cerberus, the three-headed guard dog of the hell.
Yeah, in a weird way, because there are 3 people there.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Manana says, yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Samanese supremacist there. He pointed to the bridge above the gate. Walk right past him.
Him saying that makes me think it's not going to be easy or possible.
Really, Marius? You think? Yeah.
But let's talk more with Manana.
Yeah, our only option again, right. Then press the button to unlock the door. Then go past him again. Okay. And you enter the harbor through the office. Esther. And we have 2 options now. Number 1, for some reason it doesn't seem like it's going to be that easy. Or number 2, gotcha. I think I have some questions for you first.
Oh, well, number 2.
The man whispers a jaunty tune. Whispers a jaunty tune. Interesting. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair. Okay, and we can ask him, or we can say we're in Martinez investigating a murder, or we can ask him if he has any money.
Murder.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. And we can say, it's actually very fun and easy. We can also say, you're right, it's almost impossible. I'm 91% sure I'll never get it solved. Number 3, whisper. I have no idea what I'm doing.
I want to say that.
Yeah.
I feel like Manana will get the joke.
And number 4, last one. Maybe you want to help me solve it by telling me who did it?
No, I want to say number 3.
Okay, so we whisper. He whispers back, "That's okay. I have no idea what I'm doing either.
Yeah, I knew he was going to say that.
I don't even know what day it is."
I like Manana. Can he join our party? He would be the perfect supplement to Kim.
Yeah. He thinks and then decides, "Don't tell me. It's a better day that way."
That's
Okay.
interesting, yeah.
Yeah, and
Now we can ask him if he has money.
yeah, and that's it.
Let's do that.
So we're asking, "I'm a bit short on money right now. Can you give me some of it?" "Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out." He flips a coin towards you. Ooh, and
Really? A whole real?
we have a skill check here. Hand-eye coordination, medium 10. Try to catch it.
Is there an alternative?
Let it fall to the ground.
No, try.
Okay, we have a 42% chance. Let's see.
Hey, would you say it's almost a coin flip?
Almost, but not exactly. It's 8% short of a coin flip.
Okay. Ugh.
Medium failure. The coin narrowly slips by your outstretched fingers and falls to the ground.
Well, we could pick it up like an idiot.
And he says, "Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to throw it like that. It's a thing we harbor folk do, passing around cargo and such." "Oh, is that like if we had catched it or caught it?"
Are they actually like lobbing about cargo containers?
I hope not.
Are these supermen wearing exoskeletons?
Again, maybe, but I don't think so.
I think he's pulling our leg.
Yeah. Let's see. We continue. He rubs the back of his head. It was not meant as provocation or ridicule. Lieutenant Kitsuragi picks up the coin and hands it to you. "Okay, we have 3 options. Appreciate it. Or I almost had a heart attack. Or say nothing." Walk at the
Number
coin.
2 is true, but it's not related to the current situation. Number 1. Let's just be nice.
Money gained, 1 real. Woohoo!
Cool.
Right, always glad to help out the RCM. We're on the same branch, you and I. Humans, I mean, not slithering scabs. Okay, apart from his weird, like, racism thing,
Is he racist?
he appears to not like the scabs.
But that's not about race at
Yeah.
all. Like at all.
I know, but
seriously. That's not
groupism?
racism.
I don't know.
It's tribalism.
Sure.
But there are
tribalism.
strikers. I mean, yeah, they have tribes.
Yeah. Apart from that, I like him. Okay, but that's it. Now we go leave and look at the faults. And we can first interact with ourselves, which is, interestingly enough, a white circle this time, which I don't think we've ever seen.
Yeah, I don't get the colors.
I think it's just like the 4...
The attributes.
yeah, the attributes
Yeah,
of
okay.
colors. The only one that...
This is thinking then, right?
no, actually, intellect is like light blue.
Oh, okay.
Psyche is purple. Physic is red, and motorics are yellow. And I think...
So what's white?
I don't know. But the only other one we found is green, and I think that's just observation about the world.
Yeah.
So yeah, white. Let's see. Thought completed.
Oh, really?
Lonesome long way home.
Neat. What happens now?
First, there's a long description. If we remember, the thought is always something that we contemplate.
Yeah.
And this seems to be the second part, or the solution that we come up with.
Yeah.
So
Fill
it
me
says,
in, Vincent.
"Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake. The frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video and rental store on the corner. There, at the end of the street, lined with pine trees, a small house, no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now." Okay, learning cap for perception raised to 5.
Oh, okay, neat.
And speed gives 1 psyche.
Speed gives 1 psyche?
I don't know what speed is,
Is
but
the drug?
I guess.
I mean, I
I
don't
don't
see the
know.
relation at all. Perception bonus, kind of, okay. More cognitive power, maybe, because we regain memories. I don't know.
Yeah, no idea.
The speed thing, I don't understand.
Well, maybe we'll figure it out if we just continue.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we know the way to that place now, I guess.
Yeah.
And we can immediately slot in a new thought? Or is there more to be gained from that thought that was completed?
Interestingly enough, it's still slotted. So
Oh, are they permanent residents?
I guess so.
Or can
yeah.
you remove it? Just slot it out?
Uh,
Or are there more bonuses with that thought? Can you research further?
Okay, it says where the button to think about it was. It now says forget. And forget requirement, you do not have enough skill points available. And there's...
What? It costs a skill point to forget a thought?
Yeah, I think it costs exactly 1 skill point to forget that thought.
Good thing we have another slot free. I'm quite glad we did slot in that other thought.
Yeah. So we have Lonesome Long Way Home.
But sorry, Vincent, I have
Yeah.
another question.
Mhm.
Does thought that is now still slotted in, does that it being there, does that give any bonuses? Is that the requirement maybe for the perception and speed bonus?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so I guess you could pay a skill point to lose those bonuses?
Mm-hmm.
That seems bad and only really desirable when you get a new thought that's like way better, I guess, and you have
Yeah.
no more slots free. I really don't want to forget this thought, really, and pay a skill point.
Me neither.
Yeah, but
maybe it becomes relevant at some point.
yeah, I agree. We'll see. We'll probably figure it out. For now, let's attend to that other free slot.
Yeah, okay. So just to recap, we have now Lonesome Long Way Home. That used to give us +1 on Encyclopedia, which doesn't give anymore, and now it gives Learning Cap for Perception raised to 5, and Speed gives 1 Psych. And we have White Morning, whatever, still being researched.
Oh, right. We did slot that one in, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
And that gives us -1 to Authority.
Yeah, and we don't actually have a slot free.
We do. We have a third one.
When did we get that? Was it always there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There, from the very beginning, we have 3 slots.
Okay.
And then there are 3 more above that are unlockable.
Yeah.
But we don't know how yet.
Okay.
And that doesn't say.
Well, it's okay.
But
But what new thought did we gain, Vincent?
that's a good question, because I don't see anything. Oh, maybe we didn't actually gain a new thought because it didn't say anything
Oh.
about the chat. Maybe that was just time passing in the conversation and it informing us that Lonesome Long Way Home was done.
Yeah, I agree. But especially with what we've now learned about completed thoughts, I don't want to slot that other thought into the third one.
Yeah,
I'd rather keep it free for something else that might come up.
yeah, I agree.
All right.
Okay.
I think we have to talk to headmaster, head measurer.
Okay, interesting. I'm just looking at the skills right now because I was wondering about the skill cap raised,
Mm-hmm.
because the skill cap for every other motorics skill is 2.
Oh wow! So we benefited a lot. I thought it was just increased by 1 or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that means we can put a lot of points
That's
in
like
perception
+3
now.
for that.
Yeah.
So it immediately makes me wonder, what if you now level up perception to 5 and then you forget about that thought?
Huh.
The cap would be reduced, but yeah. That's... Yeah, I don't know. Will the skill then lose? Do you get the points back? Does it
Mhm.
stay? It is a mystery. We'll have to experiment.
Yeah. Okay.
It is cool though. I mean, perception seems like a useful skill.
Yeah. But it also means to gain anything from it, we have to invest even more skill points.
Well, but that's true for any skill.
Okay. So, what did we want to do now?
Well, I kind of still want to sneak, but right now I just want to go to the head measurer. Right?
Okay.
Like climb up the stairs, see what happens.
Yeah. Okay. So we're standing on top of the gate now.
Mm-hmm.
As you can probably hear, there's a industrial harbor right next to us.
Yeah, I think it sounds cool.
Yeah, and there are like 3, not quite balconies, but sort of platforms that go out from the main way, like a meter or 2, and on 3 of them are women, apparently gushing all over how amazing the head measure is.
Seriously?
They say, right, you're the right stuff, measure head, or oh, measure head.
What
Not
the
soft
fuck?
and weak like other men. Measurehead is a powerful man. Okay.
What is this bizarre union strike? What is happening here?
I don't know.
And what is the obsession of this game with masculinity that keeps coming up?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. I don't actually think we can talk to any of them.
Well, what happens when we try to go further in? Is that possible?
Well, we can actually not click behind Measurehead. But we can talk to him.
Okay.
So let's do that. Oh, that's interesting. His
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
I didn't quite get that.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Wow. There's very ominous, dramatic music.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that's pretty rude. I wish we had our gun. I guess we have Kim.
Yeah. So what's interesting about this one is, as I said before, that he has like pants on and nothing on his upper body, and there are like tribal, colorful tattoos all over his body. That's
Would you say they are reminiscent of the star map that was printed on the dead body?
not really.
Okay.
No, not really. They remind me a little bit of like having a human form without, like, for anatomical classes or something, a human form without the skin on, just the muscles.
Yeah,
And
okay.
in that pattern, he has tattoos and dark blue and red and greenish color.
Okay,
And
Vincent, you gotta, like, something's happening. I'm feeling tense. You
Yeah.
gotta tell me why.
Second thing is, his portrait is not really that human.
Oh.
It's the form of a normal, like a painted head.
Uh-huh.
Reminds me a little bit of Picasso.
Okay.
And it's not human colored. It's as colorful as his tattoos.
Okay. But he isn't actually face tattooed.
I don't know because I can't see his face.
Okay.
He's turned away from the camera.
Okay.
But I'm assuming he is. He has his very short hair. Okay, let's continue and see where this goes.
Yeah.
Love this character already.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant's side agrees.
It's kind of cool. I feel like we just stepped into an alternate reality.
Mm-hmm. In her portrait,
The music stopped.
yeah. It also says Measurehead and then Measurehead's babe.
Yeah, what you were saying about her portrait?
Yeah, he is in the background of it. And again, different colors like dark brown and red and yellow. Yeah, very interesting character here. So we have a couple of options.
Yeah.
We can say nothing, size him up first. Or number 2, what do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy? Or number 3, my body does not betray my degeneracy. Or number 4, my body is unimportant. I'm with the police and we need to get into the harbor.
You want to size him up first?
Yeah,
Yeah.
see how he reacts.
Are you admiring morphophysiology.
Kind of, I guess.
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this axial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
What, can you repeat what he said at the end?
He said, it must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, ham sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
I see, okay.
And same option as before, but for number 1 we now have puff out your chest. Still say nothing.
Oh my god. Is that option leading down the path of fighting this guy?
I don't think it leads there. It just.
But maybe it'll improve our position if we puff up. I kind of want to do that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I feel like it will rather lead to us embarrassing ourselves, but
Or game over.
yeah. Let's see. We puff out our chest.
What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
Did you get that?
Kind of, yeah, I got the gist. What are our options now?
You can only continue, and we have a medium success in endurance.
Huh.
Things are not as bad as they look. Sure, you have high blood pressure from metabolizing heroic quantities of ethanol, but you are robustly built. You will survive.
I can see you were once an athlete, then deteriorated in your 20s. It is typical of your haplogroup. Let's blame the failed education system, and then you'll see towards the degenerates in your homeland.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
His name is Jean-Luc.
I guess.
Options?
It fits, yeah. The same as before. What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy? My body does not betray my degeneracy. My body is unimportant. I'm
Okay.
with the police and we need to get into the harbor.
You want to ask him what he means? Get this guy talking?
Sure. Let's see.
You have succumbed to a rule.
A rule? What?
You have succumbed to Al Ghul.
Al Ghul? What is that?
A-L, new
Yeah.
word, G-U-L.
I don't know what that means.
Me neither. His face contorts in disgust, as if he were smelling a dead rat. Oh, does he mean alcohol?
Maybe, yeah.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can.
Yeah, he
It
means
is
alcohol.
making the woman in my company sick.
Yeah.
Or a symbolic representation of alcohol.
Yeah.
The idea of it.
So we can ask, wait, Al Ghul, which I think we figured out the answer to.
But we might still want to ask that.
We can also smell our breath and ask, Kim, is it really so bad? And number 3, you're right, I'm an alcoholic and I need that dead body to no longer be in the tree.
I kind of want to say that.
Well,
but that seems so, like, such a snappy, straightforward comeback to this guy's parading.
yeah.
You know, he's pretending to be masculine, but we're actually very masculine in spirit by being assertive and straightforward.
Yeah. There's also a 4th option. I don't have a problem with alcohol. I just drink a little on the weekends.
No, that's lying to ourselves.
But yeah, I like your assessment of number 3. So let's go that way.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You need to get another thing. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is reign.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that for me?
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Okay.
And we have two options. Number one, I am the police and I need you to comply. Now, take a step closer. Or number two,
Ooh.
the race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job, please. So, do we want to press?
Press or be diplomatic? Oh man, I feel like that's a decision.
Oh yeah. Have we ever
We have
been
no leverage to press. Or do we? Can we take this guy? Endurance told us we can take this guy.
I mean, Endurance told us we wouldn't die from just standing there.
I guess. We also have Kim though as backup.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a weird response because I need you to comply. But with what? We haven't really asked him anything.
Well, I think in asking him to take the body down.
Sure. Seems weird that the police would just conscribe you to do that though. I don't know. What do you want to say?
I want to take the less aggressive approach.
Less aggressive. I feel like the aggressive playthrough is for another character.
Yeah, me too. I feel like that would be the first time. Like, we just met this guy who's been like pretty civil to us, and then we basically attack him and
we're not the character. We're the character that has all the touchy-feely skills. So let's use them.
We say the race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job, please. Let's see.
Begging for help, attempting to pass via for cooperation. How far the Occidental haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful place.
Who is this guy?
I don't know, but we can continue.
You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
Is he just talking about white people?
I think.
Sort of, symbolically.
Sort of, yeah.
I didn't get. What are we obsessed with now? Pop culture and what came before?
Let me see. You're obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
Oh, okay. Yes, okay. White people have become decadent.
Yeah.
Alright.
So he said you will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe? And we can continue on?
Yes.
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
She seems to agree.
Yeah.
Alright. This is getting stranger and stranger. I just want to get that body down.
Yeah. But we have an easy success in interfacing.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a weird skill.
Yeah, I still don't quite get it, but okay.
It says there's a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
But then we open the harbor to all those scabs.
Yep, I don't see why we would do that.
So we can get in, but I kind of don't want to. This is so difficult, but okay.
Let's see.
What else?
A second easy success in suggestion.
Oh.
This man is not budging. Let's hope his superiors inside are more cooperative.
But how do we get to them?
Good question.
Maybe because we sneak, Vincent.
There is the secret passage, yeah. But first off, we have a couple of options.
Yeah.
Number one, come on. I just need you to move about 20 centimeters back. We can also try to push him out of the way.
Okay, that's the aggressive option.
Yeah, we can also say, you're right about all this. Now I need you to help me get that corpse down from the tree. Or number 4, it was your people who put that dead body up there. Your people should help me get it down.
Well, we don't know that at all.
Yeah.
That's a theory. Number 3?
Yeah, I like number 3. That's
very de-escalating.
Yeah.
I don't want to push him.
I feel like this is our character. It's just like, yeah, okay, that all of that is true. I agree. Sure, whatever.
There's
Doesn't
more
really,
pressing matters right now.
Doesn't really concern us
Yeah.
right now. Can we get back to the dead body?
Yes.
So let's see.
Enough with this begging. You should leave this stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like he's kind of in it for more than just working at the harbor for more pay or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see what else he has to say.
Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality called art, and your microcephalic skulls.
Halflight, medium success. This is your chance. He's talking. Rip into him with a punch and catch him off guard.
That would be pretty funny.
Yeah. Suggestion, easy success. No, don't rip into anyone. You're sensitive, remember? Communicate.
Thanks, suggestion.
We're trying to remember here.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a couple of options, and some of them are white skill checks. Interesting. So the talking options are: you serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white? That's number one. Number two, know anything about this mug? Show him the mug. And number three, what are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean? And then the two skill checks. Number two, conceptualization, medium 10. Subscribe to the advanced race theory. Or number 5, physical instrument. Knock him out.
I don't want to subscribe to that theory.
No, me neither.
I want to show him the mug.
Okay, let's go. He does not so much as glance at the object. And we can say, know anything about it? Or this is your kind of thing?
Know anything about it?
Okay. We can also ask, put this into the trash lately? But
That's another option?
yeah, that's number 3.
No, know anything about this is more open.
Yep. Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
He seems bothered by this cup. I want to show it to him more.
I like the
That's
idea.
his spot. Weak
yeah.
spot.
He's just for like 15 minutes now he's told us how he is the superior race, and we just in a moment of silence take out this mug slowly and show it to him. Hey, know anything about this mug?
You gotta make fun of these people. That's what they can't deal with.
Yeah, so we'll continue. Physical instrument, medium success. Does he strike you as a kind of man who puts mugs into trash?
No, he probably
No?
swallows them whole.
Yeah. But okay, I guess physical instrument. Thanks for your input.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the original. You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white? Or
Yeah, let's ask him that.
okay. And then we can ask about the tattoos. Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that. He turns his eyes towards the harbor, seemingly bored with you. I should also say everything he says is in all caps.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Which reminds me.
Although the voice actor was not exactly screaming.
No, but he has a certain intensity
Yeah,
about it.
that's true.
Have you ever read the Discworld novels?
No,
There's a character in there that does this too, which is,
he's all caps.
yeah,
Oof.
it's death.
Well, I guess Death gets to do that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's very cool because once you realize that, the author can do a lot with that. Like just
I see.
have random people talk in all caps, and you know that's not a random person. That's
Yeah.
death in disguise or something like that.
It's an interesting formal trick.
Yeah, that's very
And
cool.
now, if in this game anyone talks all caps, we know he's a weird race theory guy.
Yeah.
More options?
We can say number 1. Yeah, but you still serve them. How does that factor into your life? Number 2, you keep telling yourself that. Or number 3, I'm sorry, of course. I understand now. Deeper.
What do you want to say? Number 1 or 3, I guess.
Number 1.
Okay.
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital, something your race, naivistic communist, never did.
Alright.
Naivistic. Okay.
Who is Mr. Clare, I wonder?
I guess the harbor master?
Maybe. Or the union leader.
Yeah. He continues. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic. And we have 5 options. Number 1, I'm no communist. Number 2, communism is pretty cool. Number 3, individualism is my jam. Number 4, my jam is mysterious 4th thing.
Number 4 is kind of the meta option.
Yeah.
The 4th wall, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Number 1 or 4, I feel like. I still don't know what the political system in this game actually is in Roboshol.
Me neither.
Because if it was a communist state and you're a police officer in that state, it does kind of make you a communist somehow, doesn't it? Because you're enforcing the law of a communist government. But yeah,
Yeah, I feel like the first option, I'm no communist, is like the most neutral one.
Well, but I want to say 4, I think, because we are kind of the Inland Empire mystery cop.
Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that. So we say, my jam is a mysterious 4th thing. And he replies, jam, individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs. And we have 3 options in reply. Number 1, I have gotten it from disco, actually. Number 2,
I really like that.
Yeah. Number 2, it's true. I am a rock and roll star and a rebel. And number 3, youth culture does not affect my thinking.
Number 1.
Let's go with disco theme. Offshoots of the Simonese people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race, but what is done is done. Okay.
Is the Simonese his people? I don't quite understand yet, but I guess.
Yeah, that's...
Is it our people too? No.
No, that's his people, but I don't know how... Where they came from, how that works, I don't know.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's just, at this point, to me, it's just like an arbitrary signifier signifying belonging to a certain tribe.
Yeah. He continues, I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Simonese race.
Alright. It does sound now like Simonese is white people and he doesn't like them. I don't know. Or did his culture win? No, I don't quite understand his race theory yet.
I think he's saying this has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Simonese race, which is saying his race, the Simonese, will eventually win.
Right, and we're the side product.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And as to answer our question, our first option is, okay, I'll ask, who are the Simonese?
Oh yes, please. I need to know.
And the other answers go somewhere in that direction too, I think. Well, I'm just gonna read them. Number 2 is, I don't really know who the Simonese are. I've recently experienced head trauma. Number 3, wonderful, I need to enter the harbor now. Or you could take the body down yourself, maybe. Or number 4, wonderful, we're done with this line of inquiry.
I don't think he's gonna respond to 3, so let's just ask about the Simonese, because I do want to know.
Yeah. The South Island race. Haplogroup A4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insolidian archipelago. Insolidian archipelago. We descended from the Areopagitides of ancient Pericarnassus. and arrived here 4,000 years ago, millennia before you.
Is Kim part of these people?
I don't think so.
Because he also talked about like how he was here so many thousands of years ago.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
But I don't know. It seems like the author of this game went to great lengths to come up with completely arbitrary signifiers that have no bearing on cultures or races in our world.
Yeah, but at the same time, this dude is a tribal person, which I can link to some people in our world. And
But any specific group? I think it's ambiguous, and I think that's the point.
Yeah. Sure. I would link them most closely to people from the, I don't know, maybe Caribbeans or the Inca Maya people, but maybe I'm totally off with that.
Alright,
And
but those are already like 3 different cultures.
Yeah. And at the same time, Kim is sort of Asian, but I couldn't put him in any particular country.
Yeah.
Or any particular culture there. So yeah, I guess you're right. But he continues on. We are the future. That is all you need to know. We have only one option to reply. So you were born and raised on the islands before you moved to Rochevaux.
Okay.
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Olunbuar are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Simonese women walk into the grey Mars on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale. Okay. And we can ask, so you did come from the islands? Or we can ask, so you did not come from the islands? Or we can say,
I have no idea.
understood.
So you did come from the islands?
No, he cranes his head. I have heard about it on the radio.
Alright.
Uh-huh.
Vincent, I think this guy's got a screw loose.
Mm-hmm. A little bit. But it fits in my idea of people who are very much thinking that their race is superior, so...
Yeah, I still wonder if he does have a more nuanced concept of race or whatever. I don't know. But he's off. Definitely off. More options?
Let's see. We first off can continue. Suggestion, medium success. He would be appreciative if you did not further chase this line of inquiry in front of the women.
Oh, interesting. Makes me want to do even more.
Uh-huh. So our first option is, so you're not really Simonese. You're just from...
I see where this is going. Let's ask that, yeah.
The other option is to say, cool.
No.
I'm from Caen. He changes tactics. And no, it is not just in Rochevaux. This city is central to the Simonese strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with, and never getting that dead body down from the tree.
Huh.
Okay.
I think he's wrong about at least one thing.
And what is that?
The body. I'm gonna get that body.
Uh-huh. We already shot it. It's ours now.
Yeah.
Okay. And we can continue with... We're back to the original line of questioning. We have still 2 white checks. Knock him out and subscribe to his advanced race theory. We can ask about his tattoos, and now we can also ask Kim, what do you think about this?
Let's ask about the tattoos.
Okay, so we ask, what are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean? Racists are generally not very good examples of their race. He gestures towards the lorryman down the street.
Oh, really? That guy?
Okay.
Okay. Can you see him from here? He seems to be a famous racist around these parts.
I guess so, yeah.
Alright.
I mean, he is called Racist Lorryman, so...
Yeah, he's definitely a racist because he's apparently cosmologically determined to be by the game. But he's known to this guy, I guess.
Yeah, and Measurehead continues. I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenological grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
Yes, it dispels any doubt. Obviously. Well...
3 options. Number 1, you sure I'm not craniometrically superior to you? Number 2, you're right. That's craniometric perfection. My race doesn't stand a chance. Or number 3, say nothing.
I want to say number 1.
Let's push his button. He says, you exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual inaccountability. From a purely aesthetic standpoint, the dimple in your jaw makes you look like a baby. This is not craniometry, just an observation.
I appreciate the distinction.
And we can ask, what else? Or that's enough.
What else?
It is impossible to see any more of your bone structure. It is covered in the ravages of Al Ghul. From what remains of your features I can see fleshly lips, baldness of the head, and long arms relative to lower limbs. Hey, we get 5 XP. This leads me to conclude you are not a police officer. You are a common criminal, an offspring of murderers and sailors from Clef and Vespa, and possibly even the degenerate sheep herders of UBI.
Well, maybe. We wouldn't know.
Yeah. So we can say, interesting. So one of my ancestors was Sula Clef, and the other Vespa? And he replies, your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all Revatolians. Your parents and their parents made the decision to reproduce while under the influence of Al Ghul. That is the only reason you are here.
He's like a straight-edge purist.
And electrochemistry pipes up with a medium success. He's right there. It's almost impossible to get it on unless you're both drunk. It's too scary when people are sober.
Well, as always, electrochemistry has a good point.
Yeah. Okay, so that leaves us with 2 white checks, or...
Let's ask Kim.
So we say, Kim, what do you think about this? And he says, I think this racist is better than the last, but the next racist will be the really good one. Okay.
Interesting. Interesting prediction, Kim.
Yeah.
I wonder who that's gonna be.
We have 2 options here. Number 1, how do you know there will be a next racist?
I did wonder that.
Yeah.
Let's ask it.
Well, we can also say, I like the previous racist better, actually. Which is not true for me, at least.
No, I think this one is more interesting.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'd still... Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Let's see about the next racist.
Yeah.
There always is.
Oh, well, sure.
And Measurehead pipes up. Race is reality. He nods approvingly.
I think he misunderstood Kim's point, but that's fine. Anything else?
No, that's it. Now we have 2 white checks and we could leave.
Yeah, let's leave him. I think next option to pursue is sneaky.
We still need to get into the harbor.
I
We need help
know.
with the tree situation. There must be another way.
His gaze wanders over to the Whirling's roof to the yard.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be good. I can't wait to sneak in behind Measurehead. Oh, this will be glorious. And I think we have to see what happens next time, Vincent.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, this time we figured out what's happening with the strikes, I guess. And we met this strange character, Measurehead. That is a very bizarre situation, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, we'll see how we get in next time. I do want to get that body down. All right. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Follow us at @makes_play on Twitter. Underscore is the word. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Thanks for watching. Bye bye.